What's up, YouTube? This is the 2022 Polygon Sisku D5 OneUp V2 dropper, 30.9 millimeter. I'm gonna kind of just go over this here today and explain what I did here. Prior to this, I ran the hose through the dropper portion of it, ran it to the bottom, ran across, ran up. I had to melt some holes I used a screw, and I kind of just melt those plugs to make the holes fit into as well. So we're kind of I started this back up here. Sorry to get you guys in halfway here already, but the hose was too long, so you can see here we're taking everything apart. I'm pulling everything back to make it to my desired length. It was a little bit too long. It was just sticking out, and I guess I'm somewhat picky about that. So as you can see, I'm just measuring it. I did pick up that tool, that hose cutter. Definitely buy it if you're going to get a dropper. Makes the ends a lot more easy, more straight. Makes life easier. So here we go. Just have me cutting it here. I'm still trying to get that. I'll get a video here out on the front fork here eventually, but I thought about this. It was hard to push it back in from the top. I thought about it, and I thought, oh, we can pull out the bottom piece of it and shove it up, and that did work. That line that line ran through, and it went up to the hose, ran up through the hose, and ran up to the front portion of it. So, I think when you do it from the beginning, it's kind of like this here too. I mean, prior to this, you just set the hose up and everything, but all the connection here is pretty much the same thing. Run the hose through and cut it, and get that dropper going. So with the what I have here is I do have the TransX shift lever on this one here. I picked that up for $30. I had a good experience with the other TransX. So this one here being a 2x, I ended up picking the thumb one, where pretty much you can just, it's less of a clutter, and it doesn't block the shifter for the 2-drive system. You just gotta play with it until you get it right. I know that when I shoved it all the way down, it kept jamming up and it wouldn't shift. So I had to leave it up about 1.5 inches or so, so that bottom dropper would actually work. Because I think if you shove it all the way down, it gets caught up in that corner, and then that bottom portion is unable to pull on it. I'm pretty sure it's not just only this bike, but a few bike I've heard of that also has this issue, so you can't drop it all the way down. I hope this ain't too high for my wife here. She's 5 feet, so for those definitely like 5'2", 5'3", all the way up to I'd say probably 5'8", 5'9". This would be a good height range, I think, dropper wise. This is the 120 dropper, 120 millimeter dropper, V2. Then here I'm just running the end cap. Get the end cap in. The first time I didn't put the end cap in. I had to do it a few times here, but sometime I guess it's it's a learning progress. Get the end cap in, and then it comes with that metal elbow. Got that metal elbow that connects to the shifter here. So the metal elbow goes in. Alright, so we're running it through down that lever and that hole. Try to make everything tight. Make sure that the end cap connects to that elbow pretty good, and then run it through that hole. And that lever, and then there's a bottom portion of that lever too that we connect here as well. That lever does have kind of this that metal. There's a metal piece in it. You just got to move it up so you can fit that nut that goes in there to tighten everything all up here. So I'll kind of show you here in a bit here what I mean by that here, but I'm just making sure everything feels fit and good. Now here's the nut I'm telling you about. That's gonna go in there. As you can see, it kind of where that silver piece is. You have to lift that up. So here's the nut. Close up of it. That side there, that's the nut end. The other side is where the other smaller screw goes in, bolt goes in. That right there is where the line will go through. Once you put it in, the line goes through that, and then you basically connect the other side and tighten it up. So find that holes, line it up. I put that hole upward so I can slide that hole on top and go down. And then once you do get it in, it'll snap in, and you can kind of just see that lever just kind of like snapping together. It's quite satisfying, actually, to tell you the truth. So felt everything felt fine. Then here I'm just tightening up the nut before I cut it here. Everything seems pretty fit for the most part. I like it. I like how it's feeling. I like how the dropper's dropping. Just gonna tighten it up here. And then remember to snip off the remaining line. I snipped it off a little bit too short, then it kind of just spread out, so I had a hard time. I had end cap to close it up, but being that it just kind of spread out, I decided just to kind of cut it shorter. As you can see here, the Trans X 2 kind of runs parallel with the hydraulic brake line there, but overall, and you can see on that end there, I did have to just look at there, I had to make another hole for it along on the bottom, and that piece I still got to connect. What I ended up doing was burning a screwdriver, heating up the screwdriver, melting it, and then putting in there to melt to make a section for the line. I think you can buy the double one, but I'm trying to, I guess, stay on a budget. So that basically covers the dropper post install, and here it is. Alright, YouTube, thank you for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. See if I get more videos out there, man, and enjoy your day. Right on. Right on.